Ahead of the sold-out gig at Irish Independent Park this evening, we are here talking to Mr. Andrew Hozier Byrne.
Hey, how's it going?
Thanks a million for talking to us on Cork's Red FM.
No,
it's a
no
pleasure. Especially for me, being the Irish Music Show, I'm a huge fan of yours.
Thank you.
And the Irish music scene in general. Excitement building ahead of what's going to be one of the biggest ticketed gigs that you've played today.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and it's a home show. I haven't played a gig in Ireland for a long time, so can't wait. Yeah.
And it's been a busy one as well, because you have been on an extensive US tour. It's a global tour really, but now this is one of the first ones since the release of Wasteland Baby, where you're playing at home.
Yeah.
Do you still get nervous ahead of gigs like this?
A little bit, and I suppose because it is a home show, there's a bit of that, you know. But and it's a big out crowd. It's about 12,000 today. So yeah,
it's a big crowd.
A lot of people to let down. Not really.
There will be no letdowns, because the excitement is palpable for this one. I feel, because I've been working all day. I came from the day job, and there's lots of people that are heading to this gig, and I feel like they've all been super. Because we've been to a lot of them, we've covered a lot of them, and they've been really good. But I just felt today there was just that extra little bit of buzz in the air for Hozier.
That's nice.
But again,
it's a great bill.
To talk about the gig itself, do you have any pre-gig ritual that you like to partake in?
I kind of joke about it a lot. I was only asked that question there a few weeks ago. I started just totally taking the mick, like talking about like really dark like ritual practices, you know. But no, it's really just a warm up. I think. That's everything, you know. There's a warm up and there's a warm down, but I'm just trying to get your head into it.
Just to get the vocal cords going, warmed up. And to mention again that David Keenan is on the stage as well as Maggie Rogers. They're the support acts. You're on stage somewhere around 9 o'clock, but it was great to see David as well, because I'd be a big fan of his work as well. A little bit more unfamiliar with Maggie, so looking forward to seeing her as well. So it'll be good for the Cork crowd to be introduced to new music that way as well.
Yeah, Maggie's fantastic. Big fan of David Keenan, and he's been on a few shows with me in the past, and huge fan of his work. He's just stunning lyricist, and Maggie Rogers is I'm a big fan of. Yeah. She's amazing.
And you'll be lurking around backstage while they're on.
Yeah, I'll be checking them out. I'll be watching
sampling the atmosphere as well.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So you'll know what to expect by the time you get out.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Wasteland Baby, because it's the brand new album. And first off, I just wanted to say that, Andrew, it's a superb record.
Thank you.
It is really, really good. But the political question gets thrown at you quite a bit.
It does a bit, yeah.
It does. But I think you write with such fluid, poetic kind of passion.
Thanks.
That are you drawn more to the kind of socio-political side of songwriting?
I think it's more. I think it's more just interested in what's the world that we live in. You know what I mean? And we all experience the good and the bad of it. And I think it's just trying to be honest about how that affects us. You know what I mean? And the concerns we might have. You know?
Because you did mention before that you've been quoted in saying, "If I wanted to write an effing pop song, I would."
Yeah. And to be fair, they are. Like, they are pop songs. What I make is popular music, but I don't know. I think, it's really just. I just find it interesting to kind of look into that a little bit. Kind of.
But do you feel it almost a duty of care, maybe, that you in this position as now a global music star, that you can use this as a medium to give these issues a voice? Because you think about the Home Sweet Home, you know, and movements like that, and even having Mavis on, Nina Cried Power, the Activists as well. Do you feel almost that now that I'm in this position, I'm going to give my voice to it?
I think if there's something that, like, let's say if there's a rally or a march or something like that, or a cause that we all have values and we all kind of lean into them, whether it's in our work or in our living. It's not really a duty of care thing. It's really just those are things that I find really, really interesting, and that I find shape our world and shape our day-to-day lives. You know, it's really just because
you tend to hit the nail on the head with it a lot. I mean, you talk about Take Me to Church, which was the one that just gave you the meteoric rise. And on Sunday, I had a lengthy conversation with Johnny Lappin, the publisher who kind of drove the deal home for Take Me to Church, and he said, you know what, he wrote a great pop song, but it was so relevant at the time lyrically, and both the video and the lyrics just really hit home.
That's cool. Yeah, no, there were a lot of things really, really came together. And had some fantastic, Cork talent as well too on that video. You know, there's Brendan Canty and Conal Thompson and the Derry Nan Robot Club, who were all the actors, amazing dudes. But yeah, I don't know. I think it struck a chord with people, and I think that the time was right for a song like that.
Because I would say you've done it again with Nina Cried Power.
Thanks.
I mean that there's a strong message in that. I mean, just you've quoted John Lennon, James Brown, Nina Simone, B.B. King, just to name a few.
Yeah.
And like they were around at a time where music nearly stuck it to the man a little bit.
Yeah. I suppose that's kind of what the song is looking towards, or that kind of legacy. We maybe don't hear it as much on the radio. I think it is changing a wee bit, but there's I don't know, I can't remember what I was going to say, but like there's definitely an element of that. But I think with that song, it was a time as well too where we were looking at the world changing in a big way, and looking at Ireland changing in a big way, and it's just nice to kind of.
And there is a tribute in the video as well to Irish activists.
Totally, yeah, people who were.
And do you think that maybe, because you're in the current Irish music scene at the moment, and the music scene in general, and especially with Nina Cried Power, do you feel that it's gone a bit apolitical?
I wouldn't. The Irish music, I can't claim to kind of be plugged into the Irish music scene. To be fair, I've kind of like.
It's been such a journey, I guess.
Yeah, but what I have heard coming out of like the scene, with like Dublin artists like Kojak, and there's definitely elements like there's the political dimensions to them.
I suppose music is you nearly can't be.
You
can't avoid the political side of it.
I don't think so. I don't think you can. And I think if you're writing a story about a person and if you're writing a story and you're being honest about it and how your day went, whether it's going dancing and clubbing and it's a fun song, it doesn't need to be serious, but there's a political dimension to that, because anyway.
There kind of always will be. Like you talk about fame as well, and you're one for almost preferring to stay anonymous.
Yeah.
But like, when it comes to gigs like that, does that add a little bit more pressure to maybe your own personality, that I prefer to be a little bit standoffish, but here you are playing in front of 12,000 people at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there's the difference is the kind of delivering the music on the stage and kind of the performance of it. But yeah, I mean, in other elements, it's just nice to kind of keep the head down and. Yeah.
And between the debut Hozier album and Wasteland Baby, there was quite a big gap.
Yeah.
Would that be, would you pay tribute to almost wanting the anonymous side of it, given that there was such a break?
I think, sorry, repeat that.
Like almost a break was needed in between the two, just to kind of get away from the spotlight a little bit.
I think it was definitely worthwhile, and it's nice to decompress, and also just gives you a chance to kind of just make sense of what it is you want to do next.
And with the brand new album, did you feel a pressure after the debut album?
I didn't really. I think I only concerned myself with making sure. Because you get a lot of opportunities to write with different people or whatever. I only wanted to make sure I was writing with the same ethos that I wrote to the church, and the same sort of approach. Yeah. And that was more my concern.
Because I think that's definitely evident that you have certainly. It's like you were never away in a sense.
That's cool.
From when the new album came out, and again, just to mention it, Wasteland Baby's the name. I don't think I have to say to the people of Cork to go out and get it, because there's 12,000 of them will be showing up this evening.
That's cool.
But if there for some reason isn't someone
get it again, get it twice.
Just go get Wasteland Baby. It's a brilliant, because not only do you cover the political side, but there are some super pop songs in there as well.
There's a lot of fun. I think the album is more. I wouldn't say enjoyable. It's a cheerier sounding album. I think in a lot of ways. Yeah.
And will there be a mix of the two tonight? Can we expect kind of
definitely
brand new ones and some classics as well?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
We look forward to it. And it's great to have you back on Lee's side again, and we look forward to talking to you again soon. Andrew, thanks for taking the time to talk to us on Red FM. Cheers.